Hello and welcome back to The Long Drive, and I'm here on the latest beta update at time of recording, which is 2024.10.17b. And the last time I made a video on this game, I was talking about the first of these beta updates, but well, they've been working on them since, and now we have some more things. For example, the random chunk that inhabits the world is back. There are now rocks and cacti and trees and things. So we're just gonna play it and see how playable it is. Obviously it is still a beta test version, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's better than it was. We are very generously given 2 barrels full of fuel. That's probably just because this is a test version. It does feel a bit cheaty to use them, so I'm going to leave them here and just take the stuff that I would normally have access to. We also seem to have a pumpkin. Does this do anything, or is this just a Halloween thing? So I can turn it on, off, and I can put it on my head. I guess I glow now, so I'm gonna take the barrel of diesel from downstairs because that is normally in the game, so it doesn't feel as cheaty to take it, even though it is 23 litres. So I have grabbed all the usual stuff from the house, and let's just adjust the mirrors real quick. Very important. Oh look, it's me with a pumpkin on my head. And let's go. So we still have the option of going in multiple directions, but out of habit I'm going this way, because that's just that's just what I'm used to doing in this game. You may also notice that the road is different, because for some reason we now have a bunch more road types. We're not complaining, it's just a bit of a random thing to add. It also appears I cannot turn off the pumpkin now that it's on my head. I'm going to have to take it off my head in order to turn it off. We do also still have junctions, and I am just going to follow the one straight ahead. We also have the telegraph poles back, but they only follow one of the roads by the looks of things, so I guess I just follow the one that has the poles. That way I know I'm not accidentally doubling back on myself. And I just drove straight into that. Now also, the custom radio now works properly and doesn't have a massive lag spike every time it changes song. I can't demonstrate it because I don't have it set up to play copyright-free music. Buildings are still quite rare, but not as rare as they were in the first beta test update recently. They have added a few of them back in. Terrain is still quite bumpy. There are lots of hills and things to deal with. And the road does also often turn sharper than it used to. As just demonstrated, you do definitely have to be a lot more careful with your driving than you did before. But here we have a building, and I have spun. It's just a little petrol station. It's probably a zombie, to be honest. Ooh, there isn't a zombie, but there are 2 nice white wall wheels. I will be having these. And a revolver. I don't have spare ammo for it, so it's not that useful. There is in fact a 3rd white wall wheel. Guess we're going on white walls now. Also got a barrel of 55.8 litres of oil. I'll just replace this one with it, because I'm never actually going to need this much. I know there are zombies because I have seen them occasionally, but what I have not seen is any rabbits. They were absent in the first of the beta tests, and they are still absent now. I assume they're planned to be re-added. So where have the telegraph poles gone? I thought I was following them. Yeah, we came from this way, and I didn't even realise that there was a road to the left here that apparently we're supposed to take. Well, it's not exactly supposed to. Why is this thing so spinny? With the terrain being this bumpy, I think it is probably a good idea to put your vehicle on white walls, if not truck wheels, because they are bigger and the terrain is so bumpy, and you often bottom out your car over jumps, and sometimes physics doesn't like this and decides that you should go flying. So you can deal with bump better with the slightly larger wheels, I mean, the top speed doesn't really help you anymore because there's no way you're using it. Unless you happen to get lucky with your seed and have really flat terrain, which I have seen happen. Oh, we've got another building. Yeah, they're definitely more common than they were first of these tests. Although, we're not getting particularly exciting buildings. I don't know if vehicles are rarer, or if just because buildings are rarer, you end up seeing less vehicles, but I do definitely seem to be seeing less vehicles in this version than previously. Without the rabbits, and without big sweeping hills, there's not actually as much threat as there used to be. Because you can't ever really go that fast. You're never in that much danger. Because previously you could go down a hill and reach ridiculous speeds and then have a very big accident, but you can't really go very fast now. And I mean, I know I said that buildings are rarer, but apparently I've just disproven myself by immediately finding another building. Like, the one before was just over the hill. I could spend a very long time looting the Spooky Mansion because it's just Spooky Mansion is like that. But I don't want to spend all day, so I'll probably just run in and grab a few things and leave. Does sound like there's more zombies than there used to be. Or they're just moving around more. Because I can hear a lot of footsteps. They used to just stand still until they saw you. They'll just stand there and stare at the ceiling or something. But now they seem to want to move around, and you're in a wall. Ooh, we have a nice truck radiator here. Don't mind if I do. Over here there is a different version of the Golf. This is the normal hatchback version as opposed to the pickup version, and I prefer this engine. The petrol engine, the one that comes in the pickup, is a diesel engine, and I prefer this one. So I'm going to nick it. That does mean I'll have to drain the truck, but that's fine. Before I commit to a petrol engine, I should probably make sure I actually have some petrol, because I didn't bring any with me. Got 9 litres, so that should be enough to get us somewhere. Now I just have to empty the fuel out of this thing, which we can do by just pushing it. Just knock it over and then stand in the way. And there we go, it stopped pouring out. And now empty. And I can put this in. As you might be able to tell, the audio balancing is a bit wonky. Things like this are quite loud, and the main menu sounds are really loud, but then the actual, like, car noises themselves are really quite quiet, which is not exactly helpful. I was going to take this opportunity to clean up the wheel. So that one's nice, but these ones could do with being a bit cleaner. We now have 4 very shiny wheels, and I think I grabbed everything I can be bothered to grab from this place. So let's head on again. It definitely feels a lot faster, which is probably not necessarily a good thing, because now I'm going to die quicker. But as I said before, you don't really go fast enough to actually have a fatal accident. But you do get quite a lot of airtime, which is quite scary, and sometimes you are faced with a rock when you land, and so you go flying through the air over a blind crest, and then you come flying down and smash straight into a rock. And I've just had a moment, apparently. Well then. How are you stuck there? Where did the radiator go? Because I saw it fall out, and I would rather like to have it back. It is quite important to the functioning of the vehicle. Oh, it's just over here. How nice. Since that is the biggest danger, is that you're going to go and just have an accident, because the road is so bumpy and you were trying to drive way too fast. But, like, how else are you going to drive? You're not going to drive slowly. Where's the fun in that? Okay, that seems mean. Not sure what I could have done about that one. I don't think that one's really my fault. I was driving down the road, and the road did this. and I hit it. I've even got the larger wheels on it. Oh well, time to continue driving at the too fast speed. I've got to end the video somehow, haven't I? It's not like I'm intentionally playing the game badly. This is how I would play the game if I were playing off camera, which is that I would just drive as fast as I can until I die. And we are back into a desert with an old desert style road. It would be nice if the other roads had street lights as well, because it does now feel like there is one main road and the rest of the roads are all just kind of other roads that are there for background detail more than actually for driving on. Oh, and again, the terrain has got the better of me. Oh, we've lost a headlight. That's unfortunate. Also lost the centre mirror. Probably in here somewhere. It may have actually managed to fall out of the vehicle, which is surprisingly rare. I also need my headlight. I don't want to have one headlight, it looks silly. I cannot see it anywhere, and I don't want to spend all night looking, so... oh well, I guess we just have one headlight now. To be honest, I could have lost the headlight in one of the many previous incidents that I was able to drive away from and thus didn't actually stop to check. That is the sort of thing that does often happen, is that you have a moment, but you're still driving, and so you don't stop to check, and then it turns out you've actually lost several important parts of your car. Oh, building. Brakes. And it's just another little petrol station. Spare wheel for me though, so I'll take that. And gun, which can go with my other gun down here. I mean, I have a katana, so I don't need a gun, but like, might as well take them just in case. We have now left the desert and have gone into some kind of area that only has rocks, which is quite nice. Not too many things for me to crash into. And we've already got in the building. Let's see what's in here. I hope I can find the one of the V8s. We have the Fury V8 and the Lamborghini V8, and never seen either of them spawn in this latest versions, so I guess we'll just have to hope. Having started with a perfectly intact car and having no hardware really from not having the mods that I used to have that had that, I don't really need anything. It'd be nice to have a replacement headlight, but that's probably not happening. There currently isn't the biome that has all the long grass, but this one is sort of green, but also sort of brown. But it has no cacti or trees or anything really, to be honest. There's just really bumpy terrain and some rocks and bits of grass, and the sound of my suspension being incredibly unhappy with what it's going through. Okay, buildings are definitely more common than they were, and I found a V8. Looks like this is just the Fury one. I say just, it's still rather powerful. But let's get this engine in, if I could carry it. Quite heavy. I may be wrong, but didn't the Fury engine used to take more than 5 litres of oil? I mean, I'm probably misremembering it, to be honest, but just vaguely have a feeling that it had more than that. And now we have even more stuff poking through the bonnet. I could just do this. Boom. Now you can't see anything at all poking through it, and it looks perfectly fine. And now we have V8 power. And we can just do front-wheel drive burnouts because I've got the handbrake on. Now we're definitely going to go way too fast and have a fatal accident. Immediately performs massive burnouts. This thing is, fast, yes. I forgot just how ridiculous this is. Unless this is in fact not the Fury engine and is in fact the Lamborghini engine. If I spawn this in, okay, this is the Lamborghini engine. As you can see, it is red. This is not the Lamborghini engine because it is still yellow. So, I was right, this is the Fury engine. It's just way more stupid than I remember. Maybe it's just this car doesn't really know how to deal with it. Oh, there's another building. I should probably be braking. We're not really stopping. Okay, we stopped better than expected. Oh wait, I found the center mirror. It's up here. How it ended up there, I don't know. Nothing of interest here. Go with more spinning of the wheels. You know, let's have a little drive in third person, because I don't use it very much. And wow, this looks sketchy. I mean, that's because it is. This thing is ridiculously fast. And barrel roll, perfect. Let's keep going. Managed to somehow style that out. Yeah, I think the slightly larger wheels are having an adverse effect on the handling of this vehicle, and it does seem to want to fall over now. And again, more buildings. They're just trying to prove me wrong, just because I said they're less common. To be honest, the only thing that I could take as an upgrade is a better radiator or the Lamborghini engine. Speaking of which, just pluck this from the container, not container, the skip, and here's 10 litres of fuel, which we're probably going to need. Wow, this thing takes 18 litres of oil. I guess I'm going to sit here and pour oil into it for quite a while. Fortunately, I do have a barrel of 54 litres of oil, so not like I'm running out. Let's start up this engine. It sounds the same. It may be wheel spinning a little bit more, although it was already wheel spinning enough. It does definitely sound different at idle, or not idle, but like on power, than it did at startup. It just uses the same startup sound. Oh, it fell over, and I left something open. Whoops. Oh, I'd left the oil tank open, so I leaked some oil. Oh well. This thing is very fast, so surprisingly enough, it does go pretty quickly, and is going to get me killed. Oh, I nearly landed it. It appears that we also somehow still have all of the important bits of the car intact. At least it still drives off, so it's probably fine. Oh, that tiny rock has killed us. Well, not literally. And off we go. I'm assuming I've got all the wheels. Yes. And another spooky mansion. Yeah, I can't be bothered. I don't need anything from it. I've got a ridiculous engine already. But not the skill to use it. I've just fallen over again. And we're back on the wheels. Braking is also quite sketchy, surprisingly enough. Oh. Little bunny hop. As you do. And somehow I'm still alive, despite the fact I keep falling over. Not that I'm trying to get myself killed, but I'm not exactly driving with self-preservation. Oh, this time we've started losing the lights. Oh, and all the other important stuff. What if I just don't stop and just keep flooring it? I have no idea how fast I'm going now because I can't see the speedometer because it fell out. So I'm just driving by the streetlights. And that killed me. Something finally killed me. As the car gets completely destroyed as it rolls and rolls and rolls. So yeah, that's too fast. But that's going to be it for this video. So thank you for watching, don't get distracted, go subscribe now, and until next time, goodbye.